In today's video, I want to give you guys a brief update on Horizon Forbidden West. The game is coming 2021, but coming from the official PlayStation Magazine UK, we've got some more details about the game, so we'll talk that. People Can Fly are developing a AAA action-adventure game for next-gen consoles, PC, and streaming platforms, a highly ambitious, groundbreaking action-adventure title. We'll talk that, and Bite the Bullet as a PlayStation 4 version. Synthwave mode due out post-launch. The PS4 version is also due out soon after the other versions. We'll talk that at the end of this video, but Horizon Forbidden West definitely one of the standout games on the PlayStation 5. Maybe not the game that excited me the most because it was just such a foregone conclusion that Horizon 2 would be one of the major games. Like, it's gonna be a good game. I have a lot of faith in Guerrilla after what they did with Horizon, and given that it was a stark shift from whatever they were doing in the past, from Killzone to Horizon, that's a big difference, and they delivered a quality game with a few issues here and there, but hopefully with Horizon 2 they can really iron out a lot of that. The September 2020 issue of the official PlayStation Magazine UK confirmed that the PlayStation 5 open world game in development by Guerrilla Games will feature San Francisco and the Yosemite Valley in explorable form. Many speculated that the game would be set in Utah, Nevada, and California by analyzing the reveal trailer, so now we have some official information. Forbidden West will leverage the power of the PlayStation 5 to present an incredibly immersive experience. The console's SSD will also make loading screens a thing of the past. I feel like, as far as things are concerned, the SSD is one of the most hyped up elements about the PlayStation 5, and it better deliver based on what they said, but they've already ran through the stats and whatever, and yeah, it looks pretty incredible on what it's going to do for gaming and load times and things like that. On the PS5, we can make the world even more detailed and more vibrant and more immersive with the PS5's SSD. There will be virtually no loading screen, so in an open world game like Horizon Forbidden West, if you open up the map and fast travel from one end to the other, restart from a checkpoint, it will be super fast. When you boot up the game, you're right in there on the action. I think the immediacy factor of the PlayStation 5 is a really cool element that's being downplayed a little bit. Right away, when you boot your game up, or you boot your console up, really, you can see what you're going to do with the activity section and what information and what things you can do within a game itself. And then when you pop in the game, it'll be loaded up really quickly and you'll be right there. Sometimes it is a little bit of an annoyance, and this is completely a first world problem, you know, looking through your games, deciding on what you want to play. You know, do I want to go do this mission in this game? Maybe you're playing something else simultaneously. And I think that the PlayStation 5 kind of easing that experience a little bit, I think that's pretty cool. As far as Horizon 2 goes, it's going to be a great game. Kind of surprising this isn't a launch title. I figured that this would be their heavy hitter launch game. When you really look at it, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales is a standalone expansion. Is that game big enough to headline launch? I don't think so. I think it's a great complementary title, but definitely not a launch, you know, system seller. How about Ratchet & Clank? Well, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales is a Insomniac release. Is Insomniac going to put out two of their games side by side day one? I don't think that's going to be a thing. Demon's Souls Remake is certainly a possibility. You can do something of a game that's not even announced yet. I think that's a great idea. I think if they have something under their sleeve, and they have a couple things under their sleeve, for sure, one of those games being a launch title as well would be pretty cool. That game that's rumored to be announced in August, that's a revival of a long-standing franchise in the PlayStation history. That would be pretty cool if it was a launch title. As far as Horizon goes, 2021, and I would imagine it's going to be the earlier portion of 2021, maybe spring, April, May, around there. But we'll see how it all turns out. Alright, next up, People Can Fly, developing a AAA action-adventure game for next-gen consoles, PC, and streaming platforms. Set to be a highly ambitious, groundbreaking action-adventure game, People Can Fly has announced the development of a new AAA title, a highly ambitious, groundbreaking action-adventure title planned for the release of next-generation consoles, streaming platforms, and PC. The new project is led by People Can Fly's New York studio, which plans to hire dozens of new staff over the year. Led by studio head David Gringe and creative director Roland Lesterlin, People Can Fly New York will work in cooperation with its sister studios in Warsaw and Newcastle on the new title. People Can Fly will grow its New York studio over the next 12 to 18 months, as well as open a startup studio in Montreal to match the scale of the project. People Can Fly CEO Sebastian Wojciechowski in a press release noted, "There is electricity in the air at People Can Fly. Last year, we announced the opening of our New York studio and revealed Outriders for the first time. Today, we have surpassed 250 staff and are excited to announce the next chapter in development of our company. Our intention from the beginning has been to expand People Can Fly into a multi-project studio and continue to build a global presence for our brand. We are marking this unique moment with the presentation of PCF's refreshed visual identity. With the launch of the next generation consoles later this year, we are incredibly excited about the future of People Can Fly and games industry as a whole. So there you go. They got another game in the work. I think People Can Fly is a talented studio. From what I've seen, Outriders is a little bit iffy. I hope it delivers, but so far from what I've seen on that, I'm not completely sold. Lastly, I do want to know, Bite the Bullet adds a PS4 version. Synthwave mode is due out post-launch. Roguelite RPG eat-em-up shooter Bite the Bullet will launch for PlayStation 4 soon after its initial launch on Switch on August 13th, Xbox One and PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam on August 14th. Publisher Graffiti Games and developer Megacat Studios have announced. Additionally, the companies announced a new Synthwave mode due out post-launch in which players can play the game in Synthwave colors while listening to music from artists including Waveshaper, Night Runner, Retrox, and Magical Sword. Here are Synthwave mode's key features: music from Waveshaper, Night Runner, Retrox, and Magic Sword, Neo Synth electronic visual and camera effects when the synth bioimplant is equipped, and hidden synth deity NPC that are accessible through square wave teleporters. That'll be coming out probably later in 2020, since they do note soon after the August 13th release of the Switch version and the August 14th of the X1 PC version. But that's going to conclude this video. Again, Horizon Forbidden West will feature explorable San Francisco and Yosemite Valley. However, bear in mind, it is a 2021 title. People Can Fly got another game in the works at their New York studio, and they will be expanding, and Bite the Bullet adds a PlayStation 4 version that'll be dropping probably later in 2020. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.